What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, everybody, I am very excited to give you this episode. I actually did this same topic last year, back when I was only offering this podcast to my workout clients, but it's a very important episode, and I think it's going to be really useful, and I'm excited to give it to you. But this concept is definitely one that I will be incorporating in my life, that I have incorporated in my life, and it will be in my bag of self-development tools. I think it's really interesting and useful. So let's get to it. Now, I was looking up things to discuss with y'all, and I came across this concept last year called the separation season. So there are certain times of the year, and right now is one of them, where you can really separate yourself. Separate yourself from other people, from your competition, and from where you are currently in life and your journey. You can create some separation from where you currently are with your relationship, with your body, with your money, income, your business, etc. So think about this for a second. I'll break it down in terms of being an athlete. So think about competing as an athlete. Let's say you're trying to catch up to somebody. Now, if this person is ahead of you, it's really hard to catch up to them if they're running at full speed, right? Especially if that athlete is just as fast as you or faster than you. They're in front of you, they're running at full speed. It's going to be hard to catch them for the most part. But when you can catch up to them is during the separation season. And these are the seasons when some people begin to flinch. They take time off, they get relaxed, they start slacking a little bit, they get casual about their routine, they start to slow down a little bit, right? Maybe they're not as sure about what direction they want to be going in. And when they do that, boom, you catch them. And you keep your foot on the gas and you separate yourself from them. And again, separation season isn't just about separating yourself from other people, but from yourself as well, from the old you, from where you currently are now to where you want to be in life or with your goals, which is growth, right? We want to separate from our old ways or the way we used to do things to be a better version of ourselves, right? That separation we all want and should be striving for. And especially from an entrepreneur standpoint, from a business standpoint, right? Family, diet, nutrition, a fitness standpoint, right? We have basically entered into one of those separation seasons with the weather getting cold outside, right? During the holidays, right towards the end of the year, right? During those holiday seasons, people will get laxed. Think about it. It's that time of year people start going on vacation. They start taking time off. They want to go and visit family, get away from the snow, right? They don't show up to work with as much drive as they did because it's the end of the year and the new year is coming and their mind is just in a different place, right? People's workout routine have completely gone out of the window by now, by this time of the year, right? Most people are done with their fitness drive, right? It's the holidays. They're eating whatever they want. They're splurging on themselves diet-wise as far as eating at Christmas and Thanksgiving. Because think about it. When are the times people normally start planning and getting motivation and drive to step into their beach body or get the bikini body ready, right? Those are the months right after the new year, those first couple of months. Also, people's budget goes out of the window. They start spending way more money or overspending, right? Completely blowing their budgets. They do this because, think about it, everybody else is. Everybody, for the most part, is doing these things. Eating the holiday food, taking time off, putting their work to the side, not being as disciplined to get up and go get out in this cold weather and snow, right? It's how these times of year work. And that's when they get weak. They slow down. And that's when you can start to lap people. That's your separation time. That's when you should be even more disciplined. That's when your foot should be on the gas and at full throttle. Because like I said, during these times, people will slow down. Normally they're at full speed, running at full speed, at a full sprint. But the end of the year, also those summer months, they slow down to a jog. They say, it's nice outside, or it's too cold outside. It's getting dark outside. I'll just finish this tomorrow, right? Or I want to hit the beach, or I don't want to go driving out in the snow, right? It's the holidays. I normally wouldn't eat this much food, but everything is so good and mama can cook her ass off, right? Or it's the holidays and clients don't really want to be meeting during this time of the year. I'll just connect with them after the holidays. And they get off their A game. And this is when you should be excited. This is when you should go the hardest. And think about this. In life, and this is really true for all of us, in life, you never really exceed what you believe you are worth. I'm going to say that again. In life, you never really exceed what you believe you are worth. What's up, what's up, what's up? I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for listening to this episode, and to also let you know that this podcast is 100% donation driven, which means it's completely funded by you, the listener. So, if you like the content I have to offer, I would love it if you can make a donation and you get to pick the amount. I left links in the description of the video as well as my homepage. You can choose which way benefits you the best to donate. And if you need more options, please feel free to email me at dariusdotch@gmail.com. That's dariusdotch@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for being here, and let's get back to it. We really just never will. Whatever you think you're worth, for the most part, you will not exceed that because you don't operate or see yourself in that light. So your day-to-day actions and thoughts will limit you to what you think you're worth. So if you start doing things that other people aren't willing to do and start doing the things that the old you didn't do, you'll start to believe that you deserve the things that other people don't get and the things that the old you didn't used to get. You will start to really increase your mind frame around what you think you're worth and what you deserve, because you are putting in that work while other people are slacking. So this separation season is very, very important because people start taking that time off, and one day turns into 3 and they slow way down, right? Christmas, let me say this. Christmas is a holiday, not a holiday month. New Year's is a holiday, not a holiday month or a holiday week. And again, these are the times you can really lap folks. These are the times to separate you, from the things you're working to improve about yourself. And during this separation season, first, let's understand that there are 2 kinds of people. And a lot of us are both. You can either be one of those people who are competitive achievers and want to outdo everybody, or we can also be the belonger. You like being on the team, being a part of the squad. You like to be a part of something and not necessarily lead something, right? You have a really hard time separating yourself because unconsciously you really don't want to separate. You don't want to pull away from the pack. You don't want to be out front. So subconsciously, what do? And maybe even consciously, you start to slow yourself down. Even though you know the things you are doing can pull you away, you slow down because you don't want to leave people. You like the people you're around. You don't want to make people feel inferior, right? Is that you? And I have definitely been there, especially when I run into friends I haven't seen in years. You know that feeling. Those friends you run into at the bar or the store or wherever, and they ask you what you've been up to, and you have so much going on for yourself. And when they talk about themselves, nothing has really changed with them. Or they just aren't really winning at life. And they say things like, oh, I see you doing big things. And you really can't say the same for them. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like that feeling. For the most part, we're not trying to go out and make people feel like we're better than them or that they are less than us. So sometimes we can limit ourselves. So what I would say is, one, you can't control what other people do and don't do with their lives. All you can do is do you, and hopefully they can be motivated by you to step their game up. And two, knock that shit off. Really, knock it off. We should never hold ourselves back for that reason. Go for it, fearlessly and unapologetically. You can't control what someone else does with their lives. So, separation season. Identify when these seasons are. The holidays and when it gets hot outside are the easy ones to see. But depending on where you work and who the competition is or what the circumstances are, your separation season could be multiple and at other times of the year. For example, in theater, and I brought this up before, how I make it my goal for every play I'm in to have my script memorized before anybody else. The separation season during rehearsal is during that first week of rehearsal. The first week is when you do all the table work, right? It's when we literally sit at a table and read the play out loud and have in-depth conversations about the play, the characters, interpretations of the script, etc. And because we are just reading the words, right, still acting, but we're just reading the words, we're not on our feet yet, we don't have to be memorized. And what happens? Nobody is. But I use that week to go the hardest in my script. So that next week or the next couple of days when we get on our feet on stage, I don't need my script as much. And sometimes I feel that feeling of being the belonger, because sometimes people will make comments like, damn, you embarrassing us over here already off script, or you don't need your script today. Right? And it's not that I'm trying to outdo them or try to make them feel like I'm outdoing them. But again, I can't let that stop my process. So again, identify when these seasons are and actually plan ahead of time for that to be some of the most productive times of the year for you. And when you get into these seasons, really go hard. Really compete with yourself and your competition. Really understand that during these times, to really lap people, you have to be committed during that time of year or time of month, and that it will be harder for you to be consistent because everybody else is slowing down and you're probably used to slowing down at the same time. So let's go after it. Let's separate ourselves from our own selves and from the competition. And most importantly, let's not be ashamed of it or hold ourselves back to save other people's feelings. And I really want you to try this. I really want you to sit down, get a pen and pad, and identify when your separation seasons are. And understand they can be multiple. It can be more than one separation season in your life, in your journey. Identify them, plan ahead what you're going to do, how you're going to attack it, how you're going to separate yourself and from other people. So that's what I got for you today. If you like this episode, please share it with somebody that can benefit from this, somebody who is a friend or a family member, somebody who has goals and is trying to improve their lives. So thank you again, and let's get it in.